Now we're live. There we go. We don't need another intro. We're
I'll do it
good.
again. You want to do it again?
No, don't do it again.
Maybe match of the
No,
week. Like right now,
no,
it's really not. No. All
no,
right.
no.
Well, we had a good show there going, guys. Sorry, this is going to be split into two parts, but fucking asshole Walt, who thinks he's the host of the show that doesn't know how to work a goddamn computer to save his life, has put us in this predicament.
Look, he had to do it on an iPhone. Cut him some slack.
Also, he was driving. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, if anybody has 911 near the Bethel Park area, you might want to call that on a gray Jeep Cherokee.
He doesn't drive a Jeep Cherokee either.
Exactly, like, Tom. I'm expecting you to laugh at this point. You really think I'm going to rat out Tom?
Or you rat out Walt? Yeah, actually, it's not even a Jeep. It's a. It's if you guys are going to want to find
a Hyundai Sonata.
A Hyundai Sonata. It's teal, and it's got tinted windows, and it's gonna be blasting country music.
You know, so he's gonna be like, I drove a Tiburon. Fuck you guys. Fucking Hyundai Sonata.
Fucking Tiburon. I drive a Tiburon. I'm by that walking.
I drive a Dodge Stratus.
Nobody drives a Dodge Stratus. You get no satisfaction from a Dodge Stratus. What were we talking? Oh, we were talking about Jay White.
I don't even know where we were, bud.
We were talking about Jay White and how.
There we go, Jay White,
and how he needs to be. How if he goes to AEW, it's got to be to fill in with Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly to beat on the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega. However, if that's not the case and those stars are not aligning, at no point should Jay White go to AEW to fight in random matches and then not be on TV for weeks at a time, or be on Rampage where like 6 people watch. Be like, oh, Jay White debuts on Rampage. Oh, great. Yeah, okay. He's not going to move. He's not going to get people to tune in more than once to the 10 p.m. Rampage throwaway hour. So, you know, he don't. If I were Jay White, I would absolutely be looking to go to WWE and be having feuds with the likes of like AJ Styles when he gets back, and Finn Balor, and, you know, whomever else. You know, let Brock Lesnar beat the shit out of him. Maybe have him fight Bobby Lashley. You know, top tier talent. Hell, he could have a feud with Roman Reigns, for God's sake, and that would be great. A feud. Could you imagine a feud with Kevin Owens and Jay White?
How great would that be? Get a little time off from Roman Reigns, but honestly, from the AEW aspect, I think you're 100% right that he should not come in there and just, you know, there would be a ton of throwaway feuds. We need to have this planned. Are our main players in this scenario going to be healthy for this? Because I'm not bringing in Jay White, the Switchblade, if I don't know for certain that Adam Cole can go, that Kyle O'Reilly can go. Maybe I can bring back Bobby Fish. I don't know. But I want Daniel Bryan to be ready. I want Cesaro to get his ass out of the Ring of Honor area and come back to the main event scene. I don't know what they're going on. Like, I feel like they just jumped with this giant group of extra ROW or ROH like obligations they had to fulfill, that it's just putting an undue stress on their programming and on everything they got going on as far as their booking goes. So I'm hoping for Jay White to come in here.
The booking is
that's exactly what I'm saying. There can't be, because it's crazy. I don't want Jay White to get caught up in that. I want Jay White to have a wonderful feud. Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, you know, Moxley, all the big stars here. Let's do this. If we're gonna do this, do it right. Don't bring him in like some, you know, shit. I don't even know what you want to say. Like the Dark Order, how it was. We're gonna pump the Dark Order, and then when's the last time you saw them on TV? On TV, not on YouTube. Yeah,
I've not seen the Dark Order on television.
It's terrible. I love the overall product.
The last time we saw them on
TV. Can't keep a story straight.
Well, there's no story. That's the problem. Is there's no story. There's no long-term booking. There's no short-term booking. There's no. It's like there's barely booking. Period. I don't understand what's going on in AEW right now, and that's kind of the problem. Is that it just seems to be random matches, and it's like, well, at first it was like, well, they don't have enough time to like figure out the you know, they don't, you know, they can't get all these, they have this whole huge roster, they don't have time to get everybody on TV and yada yada yada. But at the same time, it's like there's no storylines being built. There's no, I mean, the people that are on TV weekly, and they get a half an hour plus of time. And it's like, if you're hurting for time, why are these throwaway trios matches getting a half an hour of your biggest 2-hour show? Why are they getting, why are they getting so much, an eighth of the the whole the only show that anybody watches? Why are they getting that much time? Why are they getting a half an hour of 3 hours of TV, which is all you have?
Why is it that 2 years into this project, we're still sitting on 3 hours of content on television, and 2 hours at 8 p.m. and another is at 10? That doesn't make sense to me.
No, and
if these people felt that strong about it, we got to do something. Either we got to move this to YouTube, we got to move this to streaming. It's time to move this somewhere to get some more exposure, because what we're doing right now isn't doing anything. Tom, can you agree with me with that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it seems like it's always in a holding pattern. It's like, there's one storyline going on, and the only person that moves the needle is MJF, and he seems to be the only guy that actually gets any kind of like, recurring booking storyline. But that's probably on him. Like, he's probably booking himself, right? It seems to me at this point that he's booking himself. And whether it works or doesn't work is sort of like up in the air. It's quality. I don't know if it's quality television. It's okay television. It's pretty good television most of the time.
There's more highs than lows. We could
more highs than lows, but at the same time, but he shows up. He has a match. He had on Wednesday. He had the match against Takeshita.
He had a great match. It
was a great match. And then he had the promo backstage after. So there was some sort of continuity there. MJF is there.
How about that promo? That promo bored me to fucking death for the first minute and a half, 2 minutes.
So not only was it like that promo, I think was a miss for me. And I'm going to tell you why. One, it was vulgar on purpose, and which is not a thing I'm into.
Okay, go on.
Two, it was too long, and by the time he got to his point, it was like, did we have to go there? Did we have to go that far to get to the point? Did we need to, like, because it wasn't like he went super vulgar, and then by the time he got to his point, was like, this is the kind of man I am. It was like, it was like a big swing and a miss for me, which was a shame, because I thought the match with Takeshita was really good. I thought the angle,
absolutely, it was.
The angle was really good. He hit him with the ring, cut him open. Unfortunately, they can't not catch somebody blading to save their lives. They have caught every blade job in AEW for the last 6 weeks. Unfortunately,
I'm not certain if I should be impressed or if we should look for a new production crew. But yes, you are correct.
So we've caught every single one of them, and not only have they caught every single one of them, it's just it's constant. Like, at this point, you've caught 10, 15 different people blading at this point. And so now it's just like a matter of all right, you've let the cat out of the bag. Just stop doing it. You know what I mean? So I think maybe that's our segue into the next thing. With AEW.
Well, I do have to say, though, I agree with you on the MJF promo being extremely long. I don't know about extremely, but you could have shaved off 4 minutes. Not have been good.
He didn't have to have this
the gruesome effects at the end
about.
No, that doesn't bother me. That doesn't, I'm here for a more adult product. Agreed, right? I don't care that it's on at 8
okay,
p.m.
And
there's a little thing in the corner that says fucking TV 14.
There is, but I'm going to tell you why I'm not here for a more adult product. And so Wednesday nights, I have little kids. You do too. But my kids are older.
And I lost my ass whenever he told the quote unquote punchline. It's like, oh, that motherfucker, that's fucking, I was.
Apparently they called the cops. So they're allegedly.
I heard that. Yeah.
Allegedly, I don't know if that's true or not. It's been apparently debunked a few places, but
it's
apparently
still real to them. Damn it!
It's real to me. Damn it. I don't know, man. It's just so. let's get back to Dynamite real quick because I want to talk
Sure.
about the blading. So the first match was very good.
Very good.
MJF is consistently one of the best. Consistently shows himself to be one of the best workers uh, of this generation. Like he's already like he's fantastic every time, and every I believe that he's in a fight when he fights. Takeshita is very good too. I don't want to take anything away from Takeshita. Takeshita is very good. He looks like $1 million. He wrestles like $1 million. And
I'll
MJF
be the first to
is
say
really,
that I do refer to him as Takeshita, but that's because I watch it with subtitles and it does do that. But I have zero disrespect for that man. He brought, okay, my dad is 0% a fan, has no idea who Takeshita was until he watched him tonight against MJF. He's like, that boy can go. I'm like,
he
yes, he
can.
can.
That guy, I mean,
So
he's
he can
tremendous.
grow on a fan base and connect with them, whether, they
like
look like you and I or not.
Walt's been saying to me for can't you just give everybody a chance? Like, look, I'm into Takeshita. We're gonna
Yep.
we're gonna push Japanese guys. Have some New Japan, top talent guys come into AEW and push. Like, Takeshita is the guy. He looks like $1 million.
Yeah.
He wrestles like $1 million.
I want
He
him to
wrestles
win
in
the
a very
belt
American style
once
too.
he learns English. I'm not being a dick. I'm being sincere. Whenever
No,
I
you're right.
say I want you to do a promo once you can win the belt, and then we're good.
Yeah, for sure. But at this point, like, if they're going to put him in matches like this against guys like MJF, I'm here for it. And that's something that if you put it on it's going to be Takeshita versus MJF or Takeshita versus Cesaro or something like that. I'm like, okay, I want to see that. Like, I'm tuning in for that. So I'm good with that. But to kind of turn it around and kind of put what they did at the end there. So they give MJF back the ring, right? He gives Takeshita the shot the ring. But then why? Like, they've caught everybody blading for the last 6 weeks. This isn't even the first time. This isn't even the last time in last Wednesday's show that they'll catch somebody bleeding and replay it. Not only did they catch Takeshita bleeding, they caught the referee handing him the blade to do it.
It was sitting on the mat early in the match.
Yeah.
There was a thumb tape sitting there.
So it's like,
yeah.
At this point, and I'd like to move on to the blading aspect. At this point, they just need to stop doing it. They need to stop bleeding because they've already let the cat out of the bag. Like, and not only have they let the cat, they
all know though it's been out of the bag. We don't care.
I care.
Like tonight, as I was watching it tonight with my dad, who doesn't watch the stuff, I was like, "Oh, there he was. He did the blade right there. He drug his finger across his forehead." The next segment is MJF grounding on top of him, going boom with the elbows across the forehead. Like, I'll help you, brother. I'll help you bleed better.
So
we know that it's funny. It is what it is. Like, it's just entertainment.
So it's not though. It's not. It is what it is. It's like it kills the realism aspect of it. Okay, we just had Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar out there, and they've just beat the tar out of each other. And you know what? Neither of them pulled out a blade and bladed themselves, because Brock Lesnar doesn't do that. If you're going to bleed with Brock Lesnar, he's going hard way. Yeah, and he's gonna cut you open.
Ask Randy.
And that's truthfully, that's what I think they need to do in AEW. Is the next time somebody bleeds in AEW, and I don't care if this is this Wednesday, do it hard way. Go hard way.
I mean, tell him I won't be mad.
You know what?
Tom, I love you to death, but it's gonna have to happen. I have to have this for my entertainment. I'm saying, like, look, make an AIDS commercial.
If John, look, because Mox is the biggest perpetrator of this, right? Like, John Moxley has to bleed in every match.
The production company sucks.
I'm just whatever. It's their production company. They do it. They actually hired an ex-WWE guy who doesn't know how to not catch blading because they don't blade in WWE.
I've also though listened to multiple aspects of Eric Bischoff and Bruce Pritchard. Everybody's saying producing for wrestling is the hardest ever, and you can't just grab a guy from baseball, from football to come over here and shoot for wrestling. They're going to get shit that you don't want.
So to put a point to it as well, here's the other thing they did on Wednesday. after the obligatory catching Takeshita blading. So the other person that got cut and that cut themselves was Samoa Joe. Now Samoa Joe is a professional.
He's
right?
not a bleeder.
And he's not a bleeder, but Joe knows how to do it. Not only does Joe know how to do it, Joe knows how to do it and hide it.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does. But here's what happened.
He doesn't bleed. It's like,
but he did this week, and let me tell you, and they didn't catch him on the live cam because he hit it and he did it well. But what they did was they replayed it from a different drone angle, and they caught him doing it, and they did it, and they caught him in slow motion. So here's what happened. So the spot is Joe's on the outside. There's a table sitting at the edge of the ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Darby drop kicks the table into Joe's face, right? So that's what happened. Live, Darby drop kicks table into Joe's face. Joe gets hit in head with blades at that point, and where the camera is, where the guy on the floor with the camera is, who watched Darby drop kick the table into Joe's face, where that guy from that angle where they shot it, Joe hits the ground. When Joe comes up, Joe's bleeding, right? But then they replayed it from the drone, the zoomed back drone cam, and they replayed it in slow motion twice. Now Joe takes the bump, gets hit, but then he goes.
I know what that means.
So, why
can't we just have this beautifully imperfect form of entertainment that we
why can't we just not focus the camera and replay it on the guy doing the gimmick?
Why can't you do that? Just take your two little contacted eyeballs,
buddy? I can't see for shit. I can't see for shit.
I've got one contact in, not even two.
I can't see for shit, and
I don't try to see it. You're the type of guy that's like, I saw the wire in Fast and the Furious when the car was going under the truck with the motorcycle. I saw the wire for the stunt man. Fuck that. That's not what it's about. Are we not here to have fun?
No, I'm not here to have fun.
I love you, Tom,
I'm here to suspend. I'm here to suspend my disbelief.
Well, then suspend that shit.
No, because they keep breaking it. They keep ruining wrestling for me. AEW is ruining.
Do. And I honestly think the only reason we're complaining about this, though, is that WWE doesn't do it at the rate that they used to. If we WWE would be going, do it.
Look, when Ric Flair,
well, you might as well say period. Okay, so if we went from 97 to 2000, their blade rate compared to the current, what do you want to say, 2018 to 2022 blade rate of AEW, the blade rate
so much more in AEW than they did in even during the Attitude Era. Look, Crimson Masks were a thing occasionally. They were very much.
Oh yeah, I remember that one time when Kane had a hell of a banger going on. That First Blood was Stone Cold.
Those First Blood matches used to be.
Yeah, whenever
those were. Yeah. How many times did Mick Foley blade? Mick Foley didn't blade.
No, that's because he just knocked a tooth out.
That's because he just fell off the shit in his own goddamn head.
No, I got it, boss.
Am I bleeding? What happened? Oh, it must have been that chair I took.
Did I use the thumbtack? I'm sorry, I forgot. No, you did. You did the thumbtacks, Nick. You did good.
Oh man, good Piper Niven. Man, they are killing.
I'm not a fan of Piper. I'm sorry.
Really? Because I love Piper Niven.
I'm not.
They are killing Mia Yim though. Like Mia Yim gets beat. Like Mia Yim and
I don't even know why she came back.
And Candice LeRae are they are like the jobbers. They are getting jobbed out weekly. She just Piper Niven just Piper Niven's about to get a push. She's gonna be in a title match here, probably right after WrestleMania. She'll be somebody's post WrestleMania feud.
She's gonna be right up here with the current guys we're looking out here.
The ones? We the ones?
Nah, the Ricochet and what's his face there?
And Braun Strowman, monster among monsters.
It's gonna happen. okay, I had a lot more stronger feelings that Sami Zayn was going to take one belt from Roman coming up at Elimination Chamber, but then he actually called it out that he wanted to be the undisputed, so he was going to take both belts. But that implies that WrestleMania, we also have to have Cody play the game. So I don't think Sami Zayn wins anything, which makes me very sad. I sincerely want Cody Rhodes or not Cody, but Sami to win one of the two belts this coming Elimination Chamber.
I mean, is it does Sami take does he win?
Well, he doesn't win clean because Jimmy comes in and helps him, or Jay, whichever one it is.
Jimmy. It's Jay.
Yeah.
Main event Jey Uso.
Yeah. That's how it's gonna go.
I mean, we'll see what transpires. It's gonna be an interesting. I mean, that's just the most interesting storyline that's going on right now. It's really like, I mean, it's really compelling wrestling, right? And
sincerely,
I mean, it's and not only is it's just compelling television, and they're doing the whole replay right now, and they're replaying. What I don't like about this replay is like this little Sami and Jay thing was supposed to be like under wraps, like, oh, Roman's not supposed to see this, but now obviously he's seen it. It's like, oh, we're just gonna replay what everybody's already seen. So I don't know. But back to where we were here with ye ol' AE Dub.
Yes, sir.
As far as the blading is concerned and the storylines are concerned, they really are like, I mean, maybe it's just because it's WrestleMania season and they're like, look, we're going to play second fiddle to this. So let's just not, we've got all these good things coming. Adam Cole's coming, but look, Adam Cole is an eyeball drawer. We know this. Like it's a fact. When he was in NXT, when he was the NXT champ, when he was in top storylines, when he's doing stuff, NXT is getting 1 million views a week, 1.1 million a week. Now that he's back, AEW's got him. Great. You put Adam Cole in a good feud, good storyline, give him a microphone, let him book himself, let him wrestle matches against people who are good at wrestling. And you know what? He's going to draw eyeballs. He'll draw my eyeballs for sure. 100%. But we're not there right now. And you know what? He's not fully recovered and back. We're going to hear from him on Wednesday. We'll see what happens there. I imagine we'll see him wrestle at the next pay-per-view. That'll probably be his first wrestling match back. Hopefully that's, the first of a many, many, many weeks storyline with, lots of twists and turns and wonderful things, hopefully, with any luck. If that's not the case, gosh, what else do they got? I mean, Bryan Danielson's not turning eyeballs. Moxley's not turning eyeballs. They're losing viewers every week. They were down 9% this week. I mean, they're back at 800K. I mean, they're going to be probably at 750 this week unless they've got something that people want to see. Well, they hit over 1 million for and they got Mark Briscoe back on. Mark Briscoe is going to be on this week. So maybe Mark will bring some eyeballs.
I think that's bullshit. I don't think that's anything they need to sit there and try to capitalize because you know what? You wouldn't bring them in previously. And I can't speak for the family so they can react however they want. To me, that
was on WB though. That wasn't on AEW. That was on WB. Or Warner Brothers rather. So I don't know. I think that I think there's a level of I think Mark Briscoe can be an eye draw. It can be a draw, depending on how they use him. We'll see. I mean, I think that I think in the ring he's fun to watch. I mean, I'll watch this week just to see what happens, but he's going to be around. Adam Cole will be there, so I'm going to watch for that. I think they'll probably be up for certain segments this week, depending on when they use those segments.
I don't want to be a dick, but okay, Mark Briscoe is a draw whenever I go to Dunbar Elementary School and I want to watch a motherfucker get smashed with a light tube. Mark Briscoe, without his brother Mouthpiece, is not the same character. It's not the same. He was never built off of this. I'm not being a dick. I'm not disrespecting their legacy as a tag team. Not one bit at all.
I mean, they were both
I'm
Ring
just
of
trying
Honor
to be
champion,
realistic
though,
on
at
this,
one
though.
point. I mean, they held
But
singles titles, though.
who between the two, Tom, sincerely could you say?
You're right.
The
Jay
true
was
star?
Jay was the mouthpiece. He was the,
And he was the star. He was the face that you know. That's
he was the Rock of the Rock and Sock connection. Let's put it
that's sincerely unfortunate. I hope he can still provide for his family, and I hope everything works great for him. And
no, I mean, I don't
everything.
Truthfully, no, and I don't think that's fair. I think Mark Briscoe is a bigger draw than like a lot of the guys in AEW right now. So I really think that Mark Briscoe is good if he's allowed to continue at a regular pace on AEW television. I think that he'll do very well. I think that he'll be a bigger draw than most of the guys on AEW, at least for a little while. I mean, certainly he'll be a bigger draw than the entirety of the Dark Order. He might be a bigger draw at this moment in time. He may be a bigger draw than like Hangman Adam Page, who I really like. Hangman,
shut the fuck up,
buddy. Who gives a shit about Hangman?
Who was that? Logan Paul said this shit's mine. The whip shot lariat's mine now. That's a big meme now.
The buckshot lariats. That's fine. Yeah, you know what? More people are going to watch him do it than people watch Hangman do it. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, Hangman has a punchable face. He sincerely does. I like his promos. I think he's a good wrestler. He has a punchable face. I hate you even whenever you're trying to be a good guy and sincere.
I just don't think Hangman's around. I just don't think Hangman's around enough. Like, I feel like he's just not. Like, he's not into. He doesn't do enough.
Still teaching maths to high school kids.
He's just not. He's not on TV enough. Like, he's not. He's not interwoven into a story. He doesn't feel like a full-time wrestler to me.
Yeah, that makes fair.
And so I just don't think. I think he could be if he was a full-time wrestler and he was out every week and he was cutting promos and he was having good matches. You know, even if he had a 10-minute match, like we could stand to see guys like Hangman, guys who they think are top guys. We could stand to see guys like that, you know, crush like.
Okay.
Regular guys like he doesn't have to come out and have a competitive match with Kip Sabian. Like he could beat the shit out of Kip Sabian in 3 minutes. But like, all right, that's the thing is that like he'll come out and like
let's imply this, and this is seriously a question for you. All right, where you say that they don't have enough screen time and all that stuff. All right, so we have Jericho Appreciation Society, where not a single one of those souls, other than Chris Jericho, deserves the limelight that they are receiving.
That's not true. Daddy Magic deserves every
Daddy
second.
Magic. All right, I'll give you Daddy Magic.
Every second that
he does. Yes. That man is a fucking national treasure. Daddy Magic is a saint. But
I love that I'm in better shape than Daddy Magic. That's my favorite part about it. That's what I like about it. He's such what?
Like, I think he would be so fucking fun to go meet, like, at the airport or something. Or, like, if we were, like, down at the bar, wherever, you know, down at the Super Bowl. And
Daddy Magic would be a fantastic. I would love
like, I think he would be fun.
Yeah. I would love to be his friend. However, he's a terrible wrestler. That's
not the point, though. They're the ones that are built up. They're in a group. And you got Hangman Adam Page over here by himself. He can't seem to get over with you fuckers that are just a little more closed-minded than people as such as myself, which I understand. And I'm not angry at you. No, I just feel like you won't let him in.
Who? Hangman?
Yeah.
I want Hangman in, but Hangman like doesn't show up. Like
he's boring. But how is Daddy Magic's sidekick Giovanni Dickweed any less boring than Hangman Adam Page, who comes out on a goddamn horse in the
it's because it's Ange. How is Ange less like Ange is not interesting either.
I'm just trying
Ange
to make it all work out.
That's like we see Daddy Magic and we see Ange every week. We see Hangman like 13 times a year.
This is so weird that I'm watching Raw and it's Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. Because I just looked over, I was like, oh, it's AEW.
So I mean, at least they recognize that there's this problem that like.
So now Cody's gonna come out and be like, my dad
Cody,
was Dusty Rhodes. He was the American Dream, baby. You remember
Sammy,
the American Dream?
What do you want to talk about?
My dad. You want to talk about my dad? Dusty Rhodes.
This is probably actually about to be a killer promo between the two of them. Actually, I mean, I'm not sure what they're saying here. I like Sammy in a hoodie, and I like the Sammy Uso with the Zayn and tape. I like that shirt actually.
I don't like that because it's too Kevin Owens.
I mean, I think that's the point, though.
I know that's the point. Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
like that's clearly the point. Man, I don't know. I think that like what. So here, let's make a comparison here. So like we can see here of like these guys, like so Cody was like when Cody was in AEW still. AEW was doing more numbers, right? Like more people watched AEW when Cody was in it. Now Cody's on Raw.
Also, Cody took the numbers.
Yeah, the numbers of Raw have ticked up since then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's demonstrable. We've seen it. But Sami Zayn's also a draw. Sami Zayn's been a huge like. The people
You're also not taking into account that Vincent Kennedy McMahon, who is a legend in the business, had sexual relations with multiple paralegals, which also brought eyeballs to the product. He was being the ultimate heel that he could in 2022.
What you're saying was you're right, because we said we were like, you know what, fuck these hoes and their stupid money.
That's what I said.
Because that was it. It wasn't so much the like social justice. Like Vince McMahon's a terrible person, because Vince McMahon is a terrible person.
Yeah,
but it wasn't so much that Vince McMahon was a terrible person. They got Vince McMahon kicked off of TV and out.
Everybody fucking know he's a terrible person. And you're the hoe that hooked up with him.
It was that Vince McMahon messed with rich people's money, and you know who doesn't care about rich people's money?
Rich people's money?
I don't care.
Rich people?
I don't care about rich people's money. Do you care about
very rich? Tom is very rich.
Tom couldn't be more poor.
Look at that laptop over there. That's easily an HP 7.
That laptop belongs to my job.
It looks like the same laptops I have at my job.
It doesn't even belong to me. If I get fired tomorrow, he's gonna ask for that back.
You know what? Tom and I are very, very full of love, happiness. We don't even care about money. Money means nothing. Right, Tom?
Money?
Fuck money.
I mean,
I don't have to do with money. I don't pay my bills with it, and then they give me court orders. I don't give a fuck. What do you want to do with that?
I
got to go to work. I don't got time to go to court.
I actually have jury duty. I actually have jury duty next month at the end of the month. Oh
shit! Well, if you need a reference, let me know. Like, have them call me.
No, so they're
Thomas Velt.
I already tried to get out of it. Funny story. I'm gonna get sent home when I go, because I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna be like, I have a law degree and I have a lot of opinions, and they're gonna be like,
also you should show up late.
No, I'll be there on time. I'll be there.
I can't even make it. Fucking.
No, I'm gonna show up on time, and I'm gonna be like, I have a law degree and I have a lot of opinions, and they're gonna be like, that guy can go home, and that's gonna be that. So I'm gonna go for one day, probably.
The defense looks for people like you. Prosecutors are like, this is what I've waited for all day. Yeah, defense is like,
get him the fuck out of here. Get this guy out of here. Get your gun out of your holster. Get your gun. Take him out of your gun.
I gotta eat really fucking bad.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna talk. This, all right, what so we're gonna watch. Do? We're gonna talk about what's going on here, because Sami Zayn is about to cry talking to Cody right now. I thought
Can
you
I
said you had to
pause
pee.
it, buddy, or what do you want me to do?
Just
Do you
go
want me to
pee,
pause
and I'm
it?
gonna talk.
I don't know what to do. Okay, you talk.
Go. Go. Hustle. You're not hustling. You can't hear me. Go. Fucking go. Anyway, gonna be one to take down Roman Reigns. Look, if you're asking me if I believe I'm capable of beating Roman Reigns, yes, I believe that if you're asking me if I think I'm capable of becoming the undisputed Universal Champion, yes, I believe that. If you're asking me, okay, so Sammy thinks that he can be the undisputed champion and that he could be the main event of WrestleMania. And maybe he can. And I'm sure these people are stoked about it. And Cody's like giving him these eyes like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that's true. I actually think I'm going to be the one walking out of Montreal as the new undisputed Universal Champion. I don't know. Okay, Cody, I don't know. So who he doesn't know. Somehow he doesn't know. And if you don't know, they're going to bring that up. Oh, Sammy's going to cry. Cody maybe is going to cry. I don't know. Everybody kind of looks like they want to cry. So back to AEW. Let's talk about AEW. So this week, AEW was just so bad. I actually talked to a buddy of mine when I went and picked up a couple beers. And he said, and I said to him, he's like, okay, so we got AEW coming here in April, and we have SmackDown in March. And I said, SmackDown is probably a yes. So I'd like to go to SmackDown here next month, if humanly possible. I'm going to look at stuff. We'll all look at stuff. It'd be really nice if me and Walt and Derek and whomever else is in town could go to SmackDown, because SmackDown is a good-ass time. And I've not been to a SmackDown in a long time. I would like to go to a SmackDown. Especially because SmackDown is really, really good right now. And, you know, WWE loves Pittsburgh. Now, AEW, is AEW a great live show? Absolutely it is. What a fun show to go to at AEW. But Derek and I were just talking about money. Am I going to have the money? Am I going to want to spend the money to go to SmackDown? That's really the kicker of it, right? Like that's really the long and short of it. Like, do I really want to go to SmackDown? Or do I really want to go to AEW? Do I want to go and watch? That's going to be a game time decision, I think. I think that's really a game time decision as to whether or not it's worth throwing the bucks at throwing money at a ticket, at the tickets like that, because, you know, shit's not cheap anymore. It's really not. Like, to go to AEW, to go to either of these shows is going to probably cost me $80, $90, $100, something like that. You know, and that's fun. That's a good night. It's a good time. It's memorable. It's one of those things where you come back and you have a good time about it. You think about it. It's you know, it's a memorable time, but at the same time, is that something that I'm going to want to spend 100 of my own dollars to go to? And Derek's back. Welcome back.
Hey, buddy.
Derek, I was talking to the good people here.
Yes, sir.
We have thoughts, and we have decisions to make. So next month, SmackDown is in Pittsburgh. Did you know that?
I did not.
Okay, and then in April, Dynamite and probably Rampage too is in Pittsburgh. Now, I think SmackDown is an almost certain yes, because next month, you know, obviously we're on the road to WrestleMania after that.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly
we'll get shit seats, but it'll be fine.
I mean, right. I mean, but we're on the road to WrestleMania. AEW to me seems like probably a game time decision.
AEW to me is if you guys will let me.
Well, I mean,
I will ask my cohorts if we are allowed to go. If you guys are interested, then I will gladly pay. But I know for a certain fact we will be attending the SmackDown show.
So to me, so let's put it into perspective here, right? So both nights probably cost us $100, right? either way.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna probably spend $70-$80 on tickets, and then another $40-ish while we're there. Dinner.
SmackDown, I probably get front row seats though.
Not on the road to WrestleMania. Like SmackDown, we're looking like we're probably sitting up high. I mean, we're probably sitting.
It's more mushrooms than I can eat tonight.
I mean, you that's because you float around. You float around.
I find the security guard ladies in obscure areas and talk to them for whatever reason. Like, that night that I was on a whole nother plane, I guess you could say. I just randomly walked through a curtain and found a security guard lady who happened to be in a very obscure area that was right down by the ring. Was like, oh, hello, nicest old lady you would ever meet. And because I was a normal person and I wasn't trying to be creepy.
I mean, how much are you gonna spend on
Merch?
on DVDs? Not just
depends on if they have them there. They don't even have them anymore.
I mean, they're not really a thing any longer. Oh, hey, that dog just let itself in.
It's story to be on the screen. It's one of my favorites.
That dog
it's
literally
like a white Shakira.
That dog literally just let itself in.
Yeah, that's Jackson. What are you doing, Jackson?
Just literally let himself in.
He's a good boy. He's my original dog.
Just let himself in.
He was only supposed to be about 40 pounds, and he's like 90 something now. He's an asshole. But I love him. Yes. He sleeps on my bed.
Superstar Sunday returns.
How about AEW biography next Sunday? It's going to be a marathon of biographies from about 2:00 on for WCW and WWE. I'm pumped.
WCW. What else we got?
I only wish you guys could love the Eric Bischoff that I love. Yeah, what do we have?
We talked about Jay White. We talked about AEW. What we got? Are we out of stuff? Are we out? Hold on.
I don't feel like we should be.
Oh, we got to talk about Jerry Lawler.
Oh, yeah.
So the King. Oh, no, we got two things to talk about. We got to talk about Jerry Lawler, and we got to talk about Tony Khan and the war with AEW and WWE. The war.
I didn't understand that headline.
Okay, well, we'll get there. Hold on. So let's talk about Jerry Lawler. Let's give him the so Jerry Lawler had a massive stroke, and he's doing okay. It looks like he's going to survive. He's going to be okay. I don't know when he's going to be back. Being a personality, and I mean the man wrestled 2 weeks before he had a massive stroke. So, the man is what? How old is Jerry Lawler? 68, 70?
I don't know, but I feel like next year at WrestleCade, it's going to be Jerry Lawler versus Ric Flair.
I mean, maybe. How old Jerry Lawler?
The loser leaves Memphis match.
Jerry's 73.
Okay, yeah, loser leaves Memphis.
So this is what that's going to be. Jerry Lawler is 73 years old. Man had a massive stroke, but he wrestled a match like 3 weeks before having a massive stroke. And I think we were just talking about a couple weeks ago how like Jerry Lawler hasn't really aged in 40 years. But
it's because he's done the same shit for 40 years.
But still, I mean, Jerry Lawler, heart goes out to Jerry Lawler because I love the King. I literally I'm one of the King is
you and Walt are such softies as far as this stuff goes, and I'm more of the fuck this.
The guy being the King of Memphis, Jerry Lawler.
If I kept showing up for my IT job at 76 years old, do you not think they'd have found a reason to get rid of me at this point? Really? Do you think they'd have found a reason to get rid of you, Tom?
For what?
For your position in your company, your job?
No, I'm irreplaceable. Nobody would do what I do for
your math would be falling off at this point.
It's not so much math. I'm more of a ring general. That's probably the way to put it.
Oh, you're a Gunther?
I'm
We're
a
going to call you
Gunther.
Gunther.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm the ring general.
Tom the Ring General. That's what he'll be next week, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe, yeah. But
This week he's still Dr. Tom.
So true, but to put things into perspective, Jerry is no longer in danger, which is great. I would hate to lose. Absolutely hate to lose the king. We've not lost the king. The king is okay. And so that's where that is. Now to move on to where we are to the main event, so to speak, and we're 45 minutes into part 2 of this. So
yeah, we're about an hour in general.
Yeah, so
we can probably split this together.
The main event, so to speak.
Do you want me to do the thing?
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No. The main event.
The thing.
Tony Khan says there is a war between AEW and WWE. It's a massive war. There's hatred. There's hatred, guys. Tony Khan thinks there's tampering with contract. There's contract tampering.
Yeah, there is.
He doesn't have any concrete evidence, but he's been told. Somebody told him. He doesn't want to tell you who told him, but somebody told him. There's contract tampering. WWE hates AEW, and there's a war. There's a war between AEW and WWE. And it's true because Tony told us. Tony told us there's a war.
That's crazy news. I never would have imagined this would be the case.
There's war. Tampering and a war.
Craziness.
Can you believe that?
This is never anything I'd have imagined. There goes my dog.
So, there isn't, right? There's not, clearly.
No, this is insane to me. I'm sorry, but as much as I love AEW, Tony, Vince has lots more on his plate right now as far as paying off paralegals to suck his wiener, compared to anything that he has going on with yourself.
Bud.
Yeah, he is genetic jackhammering all the 50-year-olds in his office currently. Unfortunately for you, your father's claimed most of those that are actually worth of it in his organization. So you're kind of stuck in this mid area where you're just the guy that's the son of the guy with the money. And as much as I like your company, nobody respects you. And we heard that specifically from Mr. Khan Jr. from WWE, whenever he referred to Tony as, oh yeah, the son. I talked to him. He was nice. He told me he was the head of AEW. Nobody cares about him. They only care about Shad Khan. They care about Shad. They don't care about Tony. Nobody cares about Tony. We all know. As much as I love you, bud, I love you. You're my friend. You give me good wrestling. You make terrible decisions. You have not built a business off the ground at this point and made it profitable.
Unfortunately, your last sentence is the correct sentence. And it's correct for Tony. Man, why are we agreeing so much? I feel like when Walt's not here to like poke us and be like, guys, fight each other. Do it. Go.
It's different because I get to actually speak and say what I want to tell you rather than all right, halfway through, I'm going to chop this off and piss Derek off. Yeah.
So to me, it's a matter of, and what's going on right now is actually really cool because Cody and Baron Corbin are fighting, and they were like, oh, they gave up on Baron Corbin, and now he's literally about to feud with Cody.
No, I think Baron Corbin has a lot of life left in him.
No, Baron Corbin is going to be in feuds with top guys between now and when Baron Corbin decides,
and he'll never actually reach the grass ring. He won't, but that doesn't matter.
Baron Corbin is the modern the modern less drug taking interpretation of Mr. Perfect. He is going to
bring home the brass paychecks.
Yeah, he's gonna be in top feuds with top guys. Never actually win anything, but because top guys will continuously enjoy working with him because one, the guy is super safe. Two, the guy, because he's so safe, he never gets hurt. So he's always available. And he never hurts anybody else. So it's like, we need to do something with Cody for a month. Oh, let's just let him fight with Baron Corbin. And then he'll be totally fine and ready to go at WrestleMania because Baron Corbin's not hurting anybody. And
safest motherfucker you can find.
Like, I mean, clearly, like maybe Cody will jump off and try to do like a thing and twist his ankle. Like that's, but that otherwise, like, like Baron Corbin's not gonna drop him on his head or anything like that, right?
No,
like it's just a matter of like it's just, and Cody looks like $1 million.
And right there, Cody took him.
But I'm gonna say Cody looks like $1 million
takes the win
now. By the way, like look at like Cody looks like $1 million. Baron Corbin.
Cody won that shit in jeans. He won that shit in blue jeans.
No, that's a weird blue, powder blue suit. Actually, that's a Cody powder blue suit, is what that is.
You don't think those are jeans?
No, because he came out in the suit. It was a powder blue suit, unless it's a whole jean suit.
You imagine the first time you met me, if I roll into the Roadhouse, I'm in a powdered blue suit, just ripped of muscle, and all of 3'6" tall.
That was my favorite. Was like Walt to be like, Derek's just a little guy, and like you walked in and you were like,
just fucking ripped and to the tees.
I assumed I would be taller than you. I didn't know if like you were actually going to be like actually short or like just like regular height. So like I'm probably this much taller.
Yeah, how old are you? I'm 5'8" with
5'11".
shoes.
Okay, like
yeah, we're nothing. It's totally fine for a hug stance.
Yeah, I feel like
safe for hugs.
I feel like I've got like 2.5 2 inches on you maybe. So it was totally fine, which is weird because like knowing Walt's always been taller than me. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like Walt's just a big dude. And and like it used to be when we were in high school, I used to like run up and like I could like jump into Walt's arms and he would
easy.
Yeah, and he would catch me and then he would dump me immediately. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it was funny though, because like I could land on my feet because I was nimble and shit back then. I'm not nimble
now.
Anymore.
That would hurt my back.
No, I would totally fall down and hit myself. Oh, dude. Okay, I gotta tell you a quick story before, and then we can get into we can close the show. So I played soccer. I've been playing the indoor soccer league last month or so, a couple months.
Okay.
And ran out. I usually go back and play defense, and then I pull up, play some offense, and then swap back because it's 5-on-5 with a goalie, and so ran out. I was playing my heart out this match because I'm like, oh man, we actually have a chance. So we're like the misfits team. We're like the free agents team. So we're like misfits. Like, oh, we got a chance this game. We ended up losing 4-3, but it was good. It was actually a close game. So playing hard, running in, stepped down and went to poke with my right leg because my right leg's my good leg. But stepped and like planted with my left foot so that I could poke with my right, and felt something in my hamstring go like right under my ass go boop, and I went ooh, and then went to run again and went nope. Oh boy, oh boy, nope. It was like somebody tied my hamstring in a knot, and it was like no, there's a fist shaped knot back there, and limped off, and the one girl on our team who is so it's co-ed, right? So it's a bunch of dudes. The one dude who's from his name's Sal. One dude from Mexico goes, "Yeah, I saw that. I saw you grab your leg. You're done, huh?" and I was like, "Well, I don't know. Let me stretch it out." And he goes, "Buddy, don't hurt yourself. It ain't worth it." And he runs out. So the one girl that's on our team sits down next to me and goes, "All right, what happened?" And I'm like, I felt a little shift, and now it feels like there's a knot. And she goes, ooh. And I'm like, what's ooh? Like, what's like, I am 6+ years older than everybody on this team. So I'm the oldest person. She goes, that sounds like a pull. Stretch it out, but don't play anymore. And I'm like, what do you know? Like, what's the, like, why? What's, like, give me some credentials, right? And she goes, all right, well, so, like, I'm not an RN, but, like, my mom is, and yada, yada, yada. And she gives me this whole spiel. And she's like, but, now that it's pulled, it's tight. So if you go out and run, you're going to tear it. And if it tears, you're out for like 6 to 8 weeks at least.
You thought of soccer? Hold on 1 minute.
She was like, if it tears, 6 to 8 weeks, and they're not going to do surgery on you because you're like over 35. And I'm like,
oh, right, you were an adult.
Here. I'm like, I guess I'll just sit here then. And she's like, all right. And she took my place. And I'm like, oh, man. So that was my Friday. And then I limped home. Saturday was rough. Saturday was sore. But truth be told, she was right. It's a little tight still, but I'm totally going to be fine for this week. So
shit, I thought I had a bad weekend.
Shout out
baby showers and everything. Like my family came over Saturday, which I love my family, and they came over Sunday for a baby shower, which I also love my family.
You got another baby shower for baby number 2? You got a shower?
No, for my sister-in-law. She had a baby. Well, she had the baby in January. It wasn't supposed to be for another 2 weeks from today, but it came preemie. And so we just had the baby shower yesterday.
I like that you guys were so dedicated to the baby shower date that, like, that kid is like 4 months. That kid's like 2 months, like a month old now.
I love my family, but like it kicked my ass because like yesterday, my cousin or my brother-in-law was like, "You coming over?" No. Why? All the guys are coming over. I get there, literally, it's more guys than girls. Well, I go out to the car because I know what's going on. I'm gonna fucking smoke me a fucking thing of dabs. I smoke a big old fat face of dabs. Come back into the baby shower. Wife is instantly, "Are you drinking earlier?" "No." "Well, your eyes look real bloodshot." I was like, "Yeah." This is the entire. I don't understand, Tom. I don't understand. I know, like, I love you, and that's why I wanted to bring this down in history for the family for years to come. I don't understand my family as much. Weed smokers, leave us alone.
Well,
even at the baby showers. That's what we do.
Well, from my understanding, baby showers should be. I don't know why you were there. Truth be told, like,
I just wanted to watch the Super Bowl. It was Sunday.
Well, that started at 6. It started around 7. So let's talk about that real quick.
What is
then, because we don't have to do match of the week because I feel like that's.
Oh, we should probably.
Do you really want?
Jesus Christ! No, it's fine.
I don't really have one. I mean, it was fine. Anywho, so Super Bowl was quite the conundrum because, like, it was. Am I wrong? Like, did the Super Bowl always start at 6:30? Like, am I wrong about that?
I have no idea.
I feel like 6:30 was really early.
I felt like it was pretty entertaining for what it was.
No, it was really good because there was no defense. It was all scoring.
Yeah.
Which I particularly liked.
Oh, baby.
Hi.
And with all the scoring, it was like watching some kind of a, like, just scoring. Like it was like Major League, where it's like, I'm about to put on it, like Willie Mays Hayes, I'm about to put on a hitting display, but that's what it was, the Super Bowl. And Patrick Mahomes is clearly like a generational talent Like he's the MJF of football right now. And we had Patrick Mahomes versus the Eagles, which Philadelphia, by the way, shout out to the city of Philadelphia for being consistently awful. They were flipping cars before it was like 4 p.m. and they were already flipping cars in Philadelphia.
Yeah, anybody from Philadelphia, just go ahead and kill your fucking self.
I mean, good God. Like, congrats to them for just being consistently terrible. Being
pieces of shit.
I mean, flipping cars at 4 p.m. is, I mean, it takes a Philadelphia level degenerate for that. It really does. Like,
I can't even light poles. You got to do everything. I mean, it's ridiculous.
I mean, the sun was still out. They did this by sunlight.
The sun was still out.
It was a sunny day in Philadelphia, and they're out there flipping a car in their Eagles jerseys. So shout out to Philadelphia for being as consistently terrible as we all believe them to be. And then, watching the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes is some kind of football god. He's the next he is the current big thing, because I mean now he's got two Super Bowl rings for himself. So congrats to him. And congrats to the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs are so good. Their offensive line is so good. They're entertaining to watch. I can't say, oh, I hate the Chiefs. You know what? The Steelers weren't making it anywhere near this far this year.
No.
So as far as all of that is concerned, it's like, to watch an entertaining team, the Chiefs are fantastically entertaining. And I think that congrats to them for the Super Bowl win. But I think we're out of stuff. Are we out of stuff?
I think we're out of stuff.
All right, so let's close it up. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, because we do this consistently. We're actually really good at being consistent.
We're consistently here, whether you want to hear from us or not.
Well, it's because we have a good time and we enjoy each other, and it enhances my week. It really does. I'm like, oh, it's Monday. I get to watch Raw. I get to hang out with Derek and or Walt. And it's consistently excellent. And I feel like we're consistently good at what we do here.
We consistently do what we bring to you every week. So if you're interested in this, definitely tune in. We're on all of your easy to find podcast areas, on the iTunes, on the Spotify, on the wherever else you can find.
We're on iHeartRadio too.
Yeah, there you go. Just look for One Fall WrestleCast. That's ONE_ or WrestleCast. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram, which Walt does not use Instagram.
All the things.
Mainly, you should find us on YouTube.
Mainly,
One Fall WrestleCast.
We really need more subscribers so that we can make money. Let's go with that.
Yes, please. Just on the YouTube. We really don't care about any other.
Yeah, and we need maybe Stephen P. New to give us $30 a show or something.
Raw is WrestleCast, baby. Raw. See, it'd be like a Chris Jericho thing. We could do that.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be worth money. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Tom, thanks for stopping by.
It's all love.
It's One Fall WrestleCast. That was weird. That's always Walt's line.
We're still alive. Hit the button.
Boop. Boop, boop.